In the tapestry of human experience, there is a haunting truth few dare to confront. Every decision you've ever made still exists, and you can never truly escape it. From the smallest choice, like what you had for breakfast, to the most life-altering decisions, such as who you married or the career path you chose, each one leaves behind an invisible trail. That trail is woven into the fabric of your personal reality, influencing the shape of your life in ways both obvious and hidden. Science, philosophy, and even spiritual teachings suggest that our past is never really gone. Neuroscientists know that memories aren't static files. They are dynamic, stored in neural patterns that can be triggered at any moment. Physicists entertain the possibility of parallel universes, alternate timelines where different versions of you live out the choices you didn't make. Even without the mysticism, there's an undeniable psychological truth. Every decision once made echoes through time, influencing your behavior, your relationships, and even the opportunities that come your way. Consider the concept of decision residue. Every action you take plants seeds in the minds of others, as well as in your own psyche. A friendship you neglected to nurture might still shape your social life years later. A single risk you refused to take may have altered your career trajectory permanently. You may not dwell on these moments, but their consequences, intended or not, still ripple outward, forming the invisible scaffolding of your life. This permanence isn't always a curse. Some decisions carry forward as blessings, even if they were made without foresight. The stranger you smiled at years ago might be the person who later recommended you for a job. The hobby you picked up on a whim could become a lifelong passion that gives your days meaning. Yet even the positive outcomes are a reminder of the permanence of choice. Once a door opens or closes, it becomes part of your life's architecture. What makes this truth difficult to accept is our human tendency to believe in reinvention. We tell ourselves we can start over, erase the past, and become entirely new people. But no matter how far you run or how many fresh starts you attempt, the version of you that made those earlier choices still exists in the historical record of your life. You may move to a new city, change your name, and adopt a different identity, but the echoes remain in memories, in relationships, and in the unseen ways your past shapes your instincts and fears. Philosophers have long wrestled with this reality. Nietzsche's concept of eternal recurrence poses the question: if you had to live your exact life over and over again for eternity, would you embrace it or despair? While this may sound like a thought experiment, in many ways, it mirrors reality, because the life you've lived is the only one you'll ever have, and you are already living its consequences. On a more scientific level, chaos theory teaches us that even small changes in initial conditions can lead to vastly different outcomes over time, a concept known as the butterfly effect. This means that a choice as minor as walking down one street instead of another could have changed the entire trajectory of your life. The fact that you didn't take that path doesn't mean it vanishes. It simply becomes a ghost version of what could have been, shadowing your real history. Some find this idea paralyzing. After all, if every decision is permanent, the weight of choice becomes suffocating. But the truth can also be liberating. If the past is unchangeable, then it is also untouchable. Your mistakes cannot be undone, but neither can your triumphs be erased. The people you've loved, the risks you've taken, and the growth you've earned are indelible parts of your story. The key is not to live in fear of the permanence of choice, but to live with intention. Every moment you experience today will soon become another fixed point in your life's history. If you can accept that, you can approach each decision, large or small, with awareness. You may not be able to rewrite the past, but you can shape the future's foundation, one choice at a time. It's tempting to wish we could go back and choose differently, but even our regrets shape who we are. The job you didn't get may have taught you resilience. The relationship that ended painfully may have shown you what you truly value in love. Your life is not a collection of disconnected events. It is an unbroken thread, each choice woven into the next. In the end, the permanence of our decisions is not a prison. It's a record, a deeply personal archive that contains everything you've been, everything you are, and everything you are still becoming. You cannot erase it, and you cannot escape it, but you can own it. The question is not whether the past will follow you. It will, but whether you will carry it as a burden or wear it as a crown.